Alright, time to continue my run in Tainted Grail. Again, we're here with the Sentinel. I just finished the second area of the game, and hoping to make my way through, see the real final boss as as the game presents it to you. Alright, I've already done all the micromanagement I want to do in town. I think there's something I can do here. It's not. And oddly, when I killed the last boss, I don't think I got the option to get one of these hearts. So I might need to go across multiple runs to kill the final boss? Not exactly clear to me right now what's going on with that. Alright, so every time I get to a new area, the thing I want to do is to look at the map, establish where the boss is. Here's in the top right corner. And basically go the other way. The goal being to get as many encounters in before I get to the boss. It's good for weird candle maintenance, right? The more time I spend running around on the map, the more time the candle just burns down, and also makes me the most likely to get into a lot of encounters and be powered up by the time I get to the boss. Not exactly clear to me how the scaling works for this game. It might be the case that the boss kind of follows your power level, but then again, I don't really know if that's true or not. So, alright, well, let's get on with it here. These guys, this big guy, this ogre, is new to me. This enemy will attack only once every few turns. Defending against its attack will severely damage your armor. Okay, so, you know, what that tells me is, like, I want to stun, or just take it on the chin with block-style cards. Not exactly clear. So how much damage am I looking at here? 15, 6, 21. Alright, good. I got max coverage if I need. He's not attacking for 3 turns, so I don't gotta worry too much about that. I probably can just slow him down by continuing to pepper him with bullish shots and the stun shots for now, while I take out these ads, as we'll think of them. And it's a good thing I looked, because this happened to me the last time I fought a large enemy. He's immune to stun, so that stun plan won't be a good idea. I'm gonna need to have sufficient block by the time I get to him, or just kill him, which is an actual game plan with this class. You do a lot of damage here. Okay, so bullish shot, less of a priority because of that stun here. Acid shot, just great. We're gonna use that almost definitely. What's going on here? Increase everyone's armor for 2 turns or draw 3 cards less next turn. I think I'm going to have to go with the armor increase, as much as I prefer that wasn't the case. Yeah, and that's going to cost me a bit of cards this turn. You know, maybe I'll be alright next turn, actually. I'll use this to make sure I have the defense. Oh no, this is the 1-turn dodge. Ah, there goes that plan. Let's go with the negative cards next turn and see how bad it really is. I might be okay from that. Okay, so this means I can returning shot an extra time or drop this. I think we'll use the Phantom's Aid. Alright, so follow up with a shot of hope here to get a draw. Again, I'm not going to need that defensively. I'm going to do what I can. I'll land a kill there so I can start working away on the armor of this next guy. Shot. Charting shot is just more value. Again, I've got enough armor where I'm not worried about the damage that's going to come through here. Interesting. He seemed to have hurt himself there. And yeah, this is a rough turn for myself here. Will the shot kill him? I think it will. Yeah. Quite easily, actually. Gain plus 10% damage for every hit received. So this means, like, I want to kill him in the next 2 turns. That's not going to be a problem. He's almost definitely going to die this turn. Right. So yeah, we'll Phantom's Aid, volley, give him the big bad ult, and he's toast. Okay, so on my last playthrough, on my last run, I should say, I picked up quite a few more arrows, which helps, let's say. I think I don't want to go too deep on the multi-shots. I got this volley card, which is pretty good, actually, with its 3 variants. Don't think I need this defensively. Yeah, we'll take this. We'll take this arrow. Again, as with a lot of the cards in this class, you don't always get to choose your target, but the more that I'm going to be multi-shotting, the less important that is to have baked into the cards, because I've already foregone accuracy in a sense. So first turn, gain 50 armor. Man, that's okay. This is basically a 5% damage increase. Not a big fan. It's unpredictable. Start of each turn gave 5% damage until the end of combat. Right, so this is a scaling 5% damage, not just 5% damage evened out over all of my shots. This actually gets stronger the longer a battle goes on. We'll take that for sure. That seems just good. Alright. Less useless.
Welcome again.
The woman hides her hands behind her back.
Now, I have something for you. Pick a hand.
A cracked os. Not familiar with this. Heal for 1% of the match HP after killing an enemy. That's okay. Heal for 5% of max HP after every combat one. So again, this is another, like, balance-wise, it's kind of weird. It doesn't actually help you offensively, and you would need to kill 5 enemies in a combat in order, I guess, you get mid-combat healing versus the at the end of combat healing for the armor version. Again, another odd balancing thing. Again, you would expect something like that to be more powerful inside of your armor slots, since it is armor focused. And yeah, I guess I'll turn on a candle here. Okay, what's going on with this battle? Offensive and defensive. It'll increase its damage after every pair of cycles. So for 2 more turns, he's got lifesteal and extra damage. Meanwhile, this guy will increase his damage. Stuns will reset the bonus. Okay. I think I'm going to stun down this guy on the right, actually. And we're going to plow through the Cyclops. I can take his damage this turn, right? I've got the 21 barrier that will basically be recurring for the rest of this combat. Whereas this guy's going to do some kind of debuff. And if I just don't have to deal with that, that works better. Do I want to flip this quick dodge? No, I have better places to spend my cash this turn, I believe. Right, and I think one of the ways I'll do that is just by double stunning this guy. There's 2 turns worth of stun there. which means it's going to take him a while before he's even relevant in this fight, at which point I'll have hopefully killed his buddy. Right, so acid shot first, because it's got the largest armor reduction. The armor reduction going, and then the regular attacks. Okay, so yeah, just like prophesied, he got a little bit stronger there. Oddly, that stun stacking didn't actually stack any stuns. Kind of upsetting. Not terrible, but you know, I wish that wasn't the case. 25 armor and 25% damage. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good deal. I think I'm going to start by drawing. Normally, I would do an attack here first. Well, I think I'm going to play this no matter what, so we'll drop that just so that it buffs the damage of this attack itself. Yeah, I'm not going to use that bow draw, so I'm going to drastically up my armor there. While this, so I'm at 16 and 6. Yeah, nothing. I'm gonna block everything again. That it's 22 damage max. Yeah, I don't see any value in playing that right now. Alright, so this is going to be a big turn. I wish I had a damage buffer here. Unfortunately, I don't. But, you know, let's play it all out. So I think I might be able to just kill this guy with a couple hits here. Yeah, that's 1, 2. I'm going to plan to land my ultimate on this turn, so I'm going to leave him as is. And we're going to get to work on this guy here. Shot. Turning shot. Would I prefer to get the bigger damage or the stun? I think the damage, because I'm expecting to kill. And yeah. Even without my ultimate, I got the kill there. Alright, Wayfarer leaves. Nothing too impressive for me there. Alright, what do we got here? Splitting shot, 150 damage to all enemies. It's kind of nice. There are combats where you do not want to hit all enemies, where that would actually be a detriment to you. But those are kind of, you know, few and far between in a sense. Advanced feints. 20 armor, then barrier to 100%. So this is just additional 10 armor compared to the base. Mastered feints. Oh, 2 turns worth of armor. And again, 200% boost on top of that. For 1, this is basically just strictly better. Defensively, it's a pretty good card. So, stun an enemy and reduce its armor by 25 until the end of combat. So this is alright. I do have a perk that makes me want to use maneuvers. Reduce the damage of all enemies by 50% for 2 turns. That's decent, but not exactly what I want. I think just value-wise, Advanced Feints is probably the strongest. Getting targeted control off of this is kind of nice. And Splitting Shot is, again, just a good damage card, especially if I'm going to be getting some multi-shots with it. I think I'll take the Pebble Throw here. I kind of like the control. I like the idea that I can really rocket my ultimate forward. Take him. And we're going to decline to merge that runestone. Okay, and this is a new encounter.
You hear strange, aggressive voices coming from the distance. Then, soon enough, you see a group of people carrying a burning statue of a demon.
Worship her. Worship her.
You know, when in Rome.
As you bow, the statue looms larger. She stands still, though in the flickering light of the flames, she seems to wave her arms towards you. The mad crowd cheers, raising their weapons to the sky.
And you worship her. Come with us. We shall feast together.
All right, who knows what we're eating here, but let's
The
join.
dazed worshippers look at you with excited anticipation. Then one of the older men realizes that you're not well versed in their ways. You look around and notice that every single member of this cult is missing something. A hand, an ear, or even just a finger.
Looks like I'm on the menu here. No, we're gonna go with the sacrifice. I got a lot of healing items, so we'll. If I could have done the big one, I would, but it's more than my max
As you
health.
offer your blood, a man carves off a sizable chunk of their holy statue and hands.
Eat, and you shall become.
You bite into the piece with hesitation, but you quickly realize it's just meat. One of the men approaches you. He hands you a curve.
From every man you slay, you shall carve out his liver. Then
You pack the meat the worshippers gave you.
Interesting. Didn't even really give me a journal entry or anything. Not exactly clear to me what just happened there. Alright, I'm gonna actually boost this one.
Light of the
It's like these two sets of enemies are both in range. Okay, so again, a similar fight. This guy's gonna cycle, and all of its hits miss the enemy. It will deal 2 times more damage on its next turn. Otherwise, would deal 2 hits next turn. Its damage will increase with every % of lost health. So yeah, I do kind of want to rush that down. We're gonna stun him with the smoke shot. And let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, not quite enough to get the rainfall. Yeah, his damage rising pretty quickly. See, this is a turn where if I drew that new stun card that I got, I would have gotten three ult charges, and I would have been able to play this corrosive rainfall this turn. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. But just to show some of the potential there, right? And I might as well drink this. Just so I don't forget and get demolished when I think I have health. Alright, we'll end that turn. Okay, so very similar again. I have this pebble throw that I can use. Get out a stun, boost my ult. I think we'll stun the guy on the right, so he doesn't do whatever debuff we thought it was going to do. I did not get any ult boost. Did I misunderstand my passive here? Doomsday. Whenever a maneuver deals at least 1 hit, gain 3 ultimate charge. Well, that definitely dealt 1 hit. I'll have to come back to that. That seems like it may have been a bug. Alright, and this guy's going to deal more damage than I have. That drastically dropped the damage. That. So it's probably going to kill him. Alright, so I just got to deal with this other guy next turn. I'll be in full ult territory regardless of what I draw, so pretty sure this one's just over. We'll boost my damage in 2 ways. Shot of Hope, maybe I'll get a shot, yep. Then we'll unload the ult on him. Alright, we got a level up here. Take this. So, extra energy, it's kind of nice. Usually when I don't feel like I have a good hand, a big aspect of that is I don't have enough energy to play what's in my hand. This would help with that. What's the other half of this? Exhaustion. That's right. That's why I passed up on this card in the past. The other side of this card is terrible. It's just terrible. I would never want that in my hand. It's a dead card. You would really need to be playing, extending a battle in order to flip that back to its useful side once you feel that you're at the advantage, which I don't really want to do. I like that aspect of this class, that you can optimize between battles, where you can, flip your maneuvers to what you think is going to be the most useful side. But I don't want to have to artificially extend my battles for fear that I'm going to keep drawing exhaustion when it's going to be a hindrance. All right, future shot. Reduce the cost of the next maneuver by 1 energy. This is kind of nice. This could let me play a bigger maneuver. Most of the maneuvers you want to play before any of your arrows, so it's a little bit behind there. But a decent card, actually. It could let me get in, a free defensive card on a turn. This extra energy is pretty useful to this class, and this is like a 20 times better way to do it than from this. This basically says get 1 energy if you were going to play a maneuver this turn. I'm going to play a maneuver most turns. Alright, bombardment. Random enemies for +0. Okay, so it's plus for every arrow I have. My arrow count has grown significantly. 25% for each arrow. Arrow is in hand. It's random enemies again. We're going to take future shot here. Just, I think, good value-wise. Increase my phantom's damage by 25%. I think I should take this. This is a very respectable boost in damage. Increase damage by 25% in the first turn. This is alright. Play 0 arrows in a turn. You could just stop reading there. It's never going to happen. If it happens, it was a problem. And if it did happen, it's probably because I'm defending up like crazy. If I'm defending up like crazy, I don't need the barrier. I think we're going to go with this Phantom one here. It's just going to speed up my combat a whole lot, I think. Look at that. Get to heal up.
As the water.
So I didn't need to heal there, and it said take a risk, and you wouldn't be crazy to think to yourself, why did he choose to take a risk? Well, I just want to get in more combats. It's more experience, helps me level up, and I like playing this game. Alright, what's going on with you? All of his hits miss. He'll deal double damage, 2 hits. Otherwise, he'll deal 2 less hit the next turn. Alright. I basically don't want to kill him. And he will spawn small enemies as the battle goes on. We're going to kill the big beef guy here. That's going to be our main target. So I got a shot of hope and an acid shot. So we'll drop the acid shot. Follow up with a shot of hope to get a draw. Yeah, even though it's gonna kind of spray my damage indiscriminately, multi-shot for plus 100% damage is pretty good. So we'll take that. For that, it took out the main threat of this battle. Oh, this might even end the battle. All right, I forgot that these guys split. Still a pretty good first turn. Multi-shot in your opening hand when you have a large size opening hand, also proving to be just pretty good. Reduce the damage of all enemies by 50% for 2 turns. Seems fine. Don't really have a lot else to do this turn. Wow, he was so low. So what happens when you die again? Steal one of my cards. Yeah, let's try not to purposefully do that. Alright, do I want to flip this back to regular feint? Yeah, I think I do. Alright, ambition. It's basically a 25% swing in both ways. That's extra damage on one half and extra armor on the other. So Lotus, not really going to do much for me this turn. It's a Shadow Shot big boy. So close to turning over. Kill this guy. Okay, I think I'm gonna use that quick dodge. Actually, maybe not. So, is this gonna be enough damage? I think with the boost that my Phantom has, it will be. It 8. A corrosive rainfall. That corrosive rainfall is pretty good. I've been pretty down on quivers generally as an option for this class. Just they feel inefficient. However, that one in particular is clearly quite strong. 50% armor reduction is a lot. All right, what's going on with this armor?
Good day, traveler.
Okay, so he's just selling stuff. This would double my damage. I believe that I have a potion that will just double my damage with no negative armor. And I can't use this on enemies, I've tried. Deal 1 damage, deal 1 hit for 30 damage. That's not... Might hit myself? That's really not enough. And this I kind of like, but I've got 2 of them already, and I'm not really, let's say, greedy when it comes to using those types of cards. Okay, so what's going on here? Power changes depending on my word candle level. I have no idea how, if that means he gets stronger or weaker. I've seen this before. Okay, do I have Shot of Hope? I do have Shot of Hope. Let's open with that. Yeah, we definitely want to take out these guys. Alright, I got a Pebble Throw, so I think we'll stun the one I'm not working on. That didn't do any damage. Am I crazy? Pebble Throw. Reduces armor by 25. Yeah, it doesn't do damage. I think I misread that when I picked that card. Or I was expecting it to give me ultimate charge by doing damage with a maneuver. Alright. So let's keep this rolling. Shadow shot. 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 Turning shot. Future shot. So I can feint here. I don't need to, so I don't think I will bother. The way that card is written, you would expect the maneuver reduction, the cost reduction, to persist over turns. I haven't actually tried it. I suspect that won't be the case though. Just a bit of a templating. I won't really call it an error, but inefficiency. Oh, he's so close to dead. Oh my gosh, it did. It held over turns. That is great, actually. Okay. So he's dealing, what, 32 damage plus another 4? Yeah, that guy's gonna die. But I've got no attacks this turn. Think we'll still get the kill, though. Yeah. Because the damage on this class, again, is sick. Absolutely disgusting. Multi-shot random enemies for plus 100 damage. I have a maneuver that will do that for 1. Yes, there's kind of an inefficiency with the UI here, where when you're picking a new card, you can't see the other versions of your maneuvers, which is kind of annoying. The other half of this, clean up. 3 hits for 50% damage to random enemies. That's 150% damage. Doesn't boost my ult. This I kind of like. Redirect damage to enemies on an arrow. Better than Arrows of the Past. We'll take it. This would be a strong skip contender turn, or even reroll given how much cash I have. But we'll take this. I want to play around with the redirect a bit. Okay, I got another Gar. This would allow me to get a second level up on the Gar. If I can get enough to be able to get to level
is dressed in rags, fragments of manacles and chain. He doesn't greet you as you approach. He does not speak. Suddenly he grabs a sword, but you feel no threat in his movements.
Right, I will train with him. Oh. Just giving me free stuff, eh? Gain 5% damage each turn? Jeez, that seems great. Increase my maximum damage by 3. Okay, so that's kind of like increasing my average damage by 1.5. That's also decent. But I think this 5% damage each turn is gonna just be stronger. Yeah, it's again, is this the same thing as calibration? Templating wise, it's unclear. Each turn I get 5 damage. Maybe this just means increase my damage by 5% for a turn every turn? Very, very not clear as to what's going on there. Maybe I'll be able to discern that in an upcoming combat. What's going on here? And okay, pretty this guy's already. Stun a random enemy or get 5 barrier next turn. What else am I gonna do here? I'm not concerned about damage. Not drawing anything new. I would like to play Shot of Destiny. I think I'd want to play Blind Shot as well. Yeah, we'll just let this lapse, take the extra card next turn. And we're going to start with Big Boy here. Powered up pretty quick. I did not mean to use that. I wanted to use the shot at Destiny, which would have done way more damage. Does this mean I want to smoke shot him to not take damage this turn? Yeah. That's me paying for my own misplay. Kind of unfortunate. It's unstable volley, but no arrows with which to use it. Yeah, let's reduce everyone's damage by half. I should have played that after Future Shot. That is my mistake. So that should have made my next one free, yet it didn't. And because of that, I'm not gonna dodge. Future Shot. Deal a hit, reduce the cost of the next maneuver by 1 energy. Yeah, that definitely should have happened. As far as I'm aware, the effects of arrows that get landed during a multi-shot do apply, or should apply. Alright, and that landed nearly how I wanted it to. I guess he's taking a card from me. He took my Corrosive Rainfall, which is probably my best single card. Not the end of the world, though. I'm not really at risk of anything. Wow, game too easy or what? My free shots are doing like 50% damage. I gotta kill this guy. That was odd. At least one hit did land on him, but no damage. Might just be a visual glitch. Right, what do I want to do? Any of these? Yeah, we'll flip you. More leaves. Overdraw, 100% damage this turn for free. No downside as is present with the other half of bow draw, which is 100% damage but then 25 armor reduction for 3 turns. Half, I assume it will have a downside. Furious Overdraw, pure gravy, 200% damage. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, and this is armor reduction on both sides, and this is damage. I will take Overdraw. This just really, again, has the potential to blast a turn through the roof. You're basically going to always want to play it. Its value is almost always going to be worth more than playing an extra arrow, for example. And I've got plenty of free arrows, so those get the value regardless. 10 armor after a quiver for only 1 turn, not super hot. Each hit has 10% dance to reduce enemies' armor by 10. It's like, again, reduce an enemy's armor by 1 per hit on average. Not that great. Increase ultimate abilities damage by 25%. Yes, please. It's already being boosted by another 25%. So I'm I'm kind of gonna stack those multiplicatively. So I'll take this. This is boosting something that I'm already boosting in another fashion.
The cemetery is not a place you should linger, especially this close to the weirdness.
Loot the graves. That or leave is my only
Notice
options.
a four-legged creature pacing. Seeing this,
Yeah, last time I saw her, I had the option to give her food, and I didn't have food.
the cat purrs and rubs her head on your hand. A faint voice in the distance brings you back to reality. It sounds like
Interesting. It feels like that is progressing in some way. Let's candle up again. Okay, what's up with you? Every turn will increase his damage and lose a bit of his armor. He's got the flip-flopper that I heard about. Resurrect allies. Oh wow. Can also steal their armor in order to deal more damage. Well, I don't want to deal with resurrection. That sounds like a problem. Yeah, we will take this, reduce everyone's armor. This redirect only lasts until end of turn. I don't really got a lot of damage coming out this turn either. I feel pretty meh about this turn overall. I handle it differently than I was planning. Stun. Yeah, I can stun the other guys and beat the giant down. I guess. Let's see how that looks. Actually, I would prefer to stun you with damage. Stun you without damage. Shadow Strike, Future Shot, Flare Shot. I think we'll give him the ult. Like, why not? We know it's all guaranteed to go to him. That's where I want it to go, because of Flare. That was some very laggy animation on the game's part there. Alright, we'll take the 15 damage. We won't get any heals or that debuff coming out. Yep, so we'll play Ambition for free. Damage reduction across the board. Yeah, Shadow Shot, that should take him out. Okay, let's... Okay, that's not what I was expecting there. Get out our big dodge. Shot of Destiny, the guy who has a chance to resurrect people. Something I haven't seen yet. Okay, good. We got the full block off. He's dealing 2 damage. You're going to heal. Except you're not going to heal because I'm going to kill you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the feints, yes. 8. Shot. 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 Massive rainfall now. It's just so much damage. That card is just so good. Okay, so I am collecting liver now that I saw those cultists, and they basically told me to start doing that. I assume I'll run into them again at some point. Okay, so corrosive rainfall again. It's a consideration. I'll take Shot of Hope though, for the same reasons I've expressed before. It's damage, it's free, it replaces itself. It can draw me into other useful things. There's just a lot of synergy coming out of a card like this that basically cycles itself and does something useful. You know, I wonder when I use a term like cycle, if people understand me. It comes from magic. It was an ability that basically meant discard this card and draw a new card.
Could a lively tavern in the middle of nowhere be, even if the building is real? Who would dare to party in such...
Let's play dice. I don't need to heal. Health.
People inside the tavern welcome you to their table and invite...
Okay, so is this just gambling? Let's just keep rolling, see what happens. I guess not much is the answer. Do I want to heal? Yeah, I just got tons of
It
gold.
wasn't a particular... After leaving your room, you're a bit surprised that there's a man saying the same farewells he said before. Another one falling under the table the same way as yesterday, to the same laugh of his friends. Then you see a man sitting in a darkened corner of the tavern. He's playing cards, alone, and his deck doesn't resemble one you've ever seen.
Getting very strong Strider at the Prancing Pony from Lord of the Rings vibes here.
You're the first new face I've seen in quite a while. You're already figuring out what's going on here, aren't you? A spell? No, I'm not. And somehow this is the last moment these people, myself included, lived through. But it seems like I'm the only one who understands what's happening here. The rest? They're stuck. And they've been stuck for years, it feels like. See for yourself.
He pauses his solitaire game for a moment, and you notice the reality around you slowly changing. People start moving slower. Their skin loses color. Some even show clear signs of decomposition. He starts playing his game again. Everything immediately gets back to normal.
That's interesting. Why don't you stop?
And be responsible for the death of all me friends?
Eh.
Tell me, will me friends end up like all those beasts? Twisted by the weirdness? Am I going to end up like that? I understand. And I suppose that's more than I can ask for. At least I die knowing that I'll farewell then.
You watch the same scene unfolding again. People losing color, shriveling into corpses, but not stopping in their tracks. Until all that remains is dried blood and bones scattered on the ground. The place is empty, silent, and dark. As you start walking towards the doors, you hear a voice behind you.
Look, I need to tell you, I didn't expect that.
Before you have a chance to say anything, the ghost continues.
No, this feels good. I haven't been this full of energy and life since, like, ever. That's a good joke, if I ever heard one. But you know what's best? I can see more now than I ever did. One thing I know, for example, and I'm pretty sure you hate the... No worries. I'll settle in no time. See you there.
Interesting. Well, I'll see the lost soul in town, I guess. Alright, let's keep rolling here. Alright. His attacks ignore all types of defense. Yeah, we're gonna kill him first. Resurrect his allies. Okay, the same guy I was seeing before. And even my 21, I don't think is gonna be enough. We got 15, 13, it's 28. Or sorry, 37 total possible damage coming through. Yeah, we are going to use the feint, I believe. Unless I can get an outright kill on somebody. Even then, that's probably not going to happen, because that's the guy I want to kill. I don't have any draw cards, but I can significantly slow someone down. I think we'll slow down him. Take a couple damage. Yeah, I'm not going to Arrow Storm because I do think that I'm going to need to get a kill, basically. Alright, this is a good start. Stun the totem? Guess he's dealing more damage, so yep. Can't stun big boy, so not gonna make that mistake. Immune to stun. Alright, we got a corrosive rainfall. Which, if you've learned anything, you will know is one of my favorite cards at this point. So, double damage with corrosive rainfall, and see if I'm just gonna win this turn. Like, it's a real possibility. Yeah. Not quite a win, but pretty good. Pretty near cleanup, let's say. Alright, Unstoppable Volley. It's gonna catch 2 guys this turn. Oh yeah, let's do that. 125% damage for everybody. All my arrows. Yes, please. Just pure murder. Character's a murder factory. It's insane. Livers, because I killed a humanoid. And really, human liver, the fresh intestines of a humanoid, those are 2 very different things. Odd thing for me to, be complaining about in a game like this. I think I'm going to go with Future Shot here. Again, the energy savings can really swing a turn forward where you've got a lot of short-term effects. Okay, so this is kind of nice. Using my ult or even just doing regular attacks, dropping someone's damage for a turn. Barrier equal to 25% of my armor. This kind of stacks pretty well with my other armor and barrier interactions. Probably end up taking that. My max ultimate charges increased by 10. That's kind of nice, but I don't really have a lot that's catapulting me forward in that regard. Yeah, let's go for the barrier one. My deck itself is getting a lot more focused on attack, so I can probably afford to take some of these defensive style perks.
Walk carefully in the woods. A quick, lithe creature runs towards you. It takes you a moment to...
My children! I've seen what you've done to my children! Barbarian! Sacrilegious scum! You shouldn't...
You watch him, confused. He looks malnourished, as if he's had nothing to eat since he entered the weirdness.
I failed them! I couldn't protect them! I'm not worthy of it anymore!
Turns out the stick he tried to beat you with was an instrument. A flute. He sniffles. The flute is a strange one. Mysterious markings and blood cover its surface.
Take it! It's your duty now!
He is completely insane, but let's indulge him.
He plays a simple melody. Suddenly rats swarm all over you.
Let's ask him to stop. I wouldn't mind fighting a bunch of rats.
They were my children.
He plays a simple melody, and the rats suddenly stop. Some sway from left to right, as if done.
You see?
Yeah, let's ask about that.
But I'm not in the mood to play. Use it. Use it.
You bow to the stranger, and
Okay, interesting. I wonder if I'll find a fight that involves rats in the future. Lose this one's range. Yeah, no rats in the ones that I can see at least. Spawn totems. Spin until he stuns. This guy who's going to alternate back and forth. I'm going to take out the totem guy first. Stun Mr. Spinner here. And I'll be able to reduce the cost of 2 of those, right? So... problem. But the last time that I tried to go through this course of action, using a card like Arrow Storm, I didn't get the reduction that I wanted off of this. So I think I'm going to forego that this turn. Which is kind of unfortunate. Start with that. This will up my damage. Remember, big boy here is, oh, he's not immune to stun? Interesting. Maybe it's only on half of his turns. Okay, that's, good to know. How much damage am I looking at here? That, you're gonna die. Not enough to go over my current baseline. Also, very interesting. I took that perk to give me more armor. Yeah, and those 2 perks I have stack with my damage increase. Oh, at the end of every turn, I'll get that. Okay. So I've got another... what? 10 or so barrier coming my way, putting me up to 30, so I'm definitely fine. I don't need to worry about damage, is what I'm trying to say there. We'll draw with Shot of Hope, see what that nets me. Okay. Bow draw for the damage increase. I think I'm going to choose Blind Fury here. Get the kill on the guy we wanted to. Again, still within damage thresholds. I'll take you out next. Right, 10 armor. Okay, so Volley, Shot of Hope, Shot of Destiny. Yeah, I think this is a turn where just gonna win, right? That's how it seems. Plus 200% damage this turn. So normally I would use this. However, it's not necessary, and this is the best mode for this card. So I'm going to leave it as is. Okay, finishing shot's actually a decent card. It's 200% damage. It counts as 2 if I'm using it on a turn with Shot of Destiny. Not that great. Hidden potential, I've discussed that this video even. Not a big fan. I'm just going to skip here. My deck's running pretty well at this point. Rather not get in its way.
The investment is going to be worth it, I promise.
So I've got a lot of cash. I'm just going to start
How much would you like
investing. A large sum. Large sum. Yeah, again, not really concerned about the consumables. And a treasure guardian. Okay, interesting. Killed. Give me something that can hurt his master. It'll keep spawning until the preacher is killed. He's dealing 20 healing a turn. The enemy cannot be hurt or stunned. The only thing that can harm him is divine oil by killing his minions. So I gotta go hard on these minions, basically. To stun, doing middling damage. But shot of hope in case I get something actually useful. Lotus doesn't qualify for that. I don't want to waste my shots with unyielding. Costs cash. Right, I think I'm gonna do it anyways. Will returning shot. Fine oil. Really not a lot of damage. Not what I was hoping for there. Can't be hurt or stunned, but can I fuck with his armor in a real big way? Inquiring minds want to know. Let's take out guy number 1. We get a divine oil. Guy number 2. Now seems like as good a time as any to do this corrosive rainfall. Does it do what I want it to do? Yes, it does. So in a way, that's not the best use of this card. But since this is my main objective in the battle, making every one of these divine oils do a lot more damage is, in my opinion, gonna be well worth it here, right? Again, I'm not worried about the incoming damage. It's just too low. Bill, give him the shot. Don't need to dodge. Maybe I'll get another kill here. And I did. Oh boy. Corrosive arrows. So good. Alright, and that was the level 3 boss. Let's see what I get out of this. Did I miss a heart on my last playthrough? That's one thing I'm curious to know. Alright, so splitting shot's decent. This is a pretty good multi-shot ability. Its second level does 100% damage, but for 2, Yeah, I don't think so. It does do it to everybody, which I guess is pretty good actually. It doesn't split it up randomly amongst enemies. It just does it to everybody. If I wasn't worried about multi-shot interactions between cards like Future Shot and multi-shot, I would be more tempted. If this, for example, were to make my arrow hit all that, and I got 3 maneuver reduction, that would be sweet, but experience tells me that's not how it works. I think I'll take the splitting shot here. Okay, so this is my next mastery. My barriers stick around. This is what I took last time. And again, I never had to think about defense once I got this. I got that. I would play like 1 barrier card, and that was it. The rest of my battle, I didn't think about defense. It's pretty good. And because my Phantom is stronger, this is also pretty good. But I'd rather go wide, just up the overall damage. I'm going to take this barrier one, because again, just, you can turn your mind off in a fight once you get that. It's kind of insane.
What was protected when you feel
Right. More runestone slots is pretty sweet. Do I want it in my weapon or my armor? That is a good question. I think I'll take it in my weapon. So now I can consider merging stuff. I got damage increase. 5% damage increase for every card played. Armor reduction. Healing. First turn 50% damage increase. I do have kind of explosive first turns as it is. So I think we'll try that out. Candle up here. We'll fight the boss. What is the mechanic here? Will summon cards stealing allies. Okay, so basically it's saying, you know, go deep. He's immune to stun for 1 turn. And he's gonna summon somebody this turn. I'm seriously eyeing Hold a Bow because of the damage increase that I'm already sitting on this turn. My hand's not really screaming it at me. Next turn, gain 100% damage. Yeah, that's looking pretty nice. Okay, let's draw. See what we get first. Unstable volley, multi-shot random enemies. Okay. I think we're just gonna use this. Save Hold a Bow. And just get a fuck ton of armor. But I'd rather get the fuck ton of armor. Phantom's Aid. This barrier is gonna carry through anyways. So we'll go for the damage. Okay. So yeah, that big damage boost that I mentioned is coming through here. Shot of Hope. Wow, when he said a card stealing enemy, he was not kidding. That's everybody. I think we're gonna Arrow Storm. get a card first. Arrow Storm. Alt. Because again, 295% damage for this turn. Alt is full. Again, just incredible damage from this class. Like, that didn't really look like it, but total damage dealt there, something on the order of 1,000? Oh, here, we'll get a shot. Reduce the damage of all enemies for 2 turns. Sure. Oops. Should have done that first. This further ups my damage. What do I have on these boosts here? 2 more turns of damage increase, so I'm not really rushing to use this. And yeah, 105% armor reduction already. Okay, so I see Corrosive Rainfall, and that's the only thing in my that I see any longer. It is just so dirty. I didn't even need to drop my ult there. That was what, a 3-turn kill on the boss? And my perk for getting the barrier stacking didn't even come into play this battle. Oh, 2 word candles. That is thanks to an upgrade that I got in town.
Echo of something that happened before.
So I can take the heart. Okay, good. I must have declined to do that before. Which really seems like a mistake on my part. I didn't get a level up there either, which is, I think, the first time that's happened for me in a boss battle. Anyways, I'm gonna head back to town and figure out some meta progression and things like that. And I'll be back again with the next area. Thanks for tuning in if you did.